a stream. Doing some more building in the Kelton map. Still want to keep it in the city texture pack. I did start this in the natural, but I don't know, I guess like it looks better. I think the city texture pack is better than the natural, to be fair. I think we can all say that. It's just, it looks more, I don't know, to be fair. The buildings look better, the road looks nicer. I guess the natural just doesn't look as good. The natural's more like a modified version of the default, if that makes sense. Like, well, I know technically every texture pack is, but it's like very similar to the default is the natural, but with just like minor changes, I guess. And I just don't really like the natural anymore, to be fair. Yeah. I don't know. He's probably just looking round. Yeah, he was talking not long ago. Yeah, I like to let people just look round in their own time, to be fair. Just give me a sec. Alright, yeah, I had a message through. I'll just get some night vision a sec as well. Just, it's a bit dark under this tunnel, actually. Oh, what am I doing? That was, Hi Ash, how are you doing today? I'm doing, pretty good, to be honest. What about yourself? No. It's Dylan.
Yo, Dylan.
Yeah, I'm doing alright. I'm doing alright, Golden. To be honest with you. Had a good day so far. Been out in the shed a bit. Done a bit of MCing in there to some drum and bass. And yeah, it's, you know, what can I say, to be honest? It's been going alright. It's been going alright, as they say.
CJ, what are you doing?
He's at his fire station.
Oh.
Yeah, when we start the new roleplay. So yeah, guys, I'm deciding for the roleplay that I'm gonna use the two towns. So this one's gonna be the main town where we like mainly film. But then there is gonna be like a couple of characters, say such as CJ, what has a job in the other town. So like occasionally in like a couple of scenes, we will be like filming like over in that town, just like showing that character at work, or you know, we might just use certain storylines which might just, you know, sort of involve like different characters, like having to come to this village. But yeah, or you know, other than that, we're still, you know, gonna mainly film in Kelton, but you know, hi Chaz Vlogs. But yeah, that's really, you know, how it's gonna go. We got the fire station coming along here, and to be fair, it is actually looking really. This is one of the best fire stations that I've ever built. 300 subscribers for you soon. Yeah, I know. Jesus. I don't, to be fair, I don't really know how I feel about that. It's a little weird actually. Not gonna lie, because I've, you see, the thing is, like with my Facebook page, I've hit like massive like goals, like for me, you know, if you get what I mean. So like for me, hitting like 300 subscribers, like I don't want to try and sound like I'm not grateful, but it doesn't really sound that like exciting, to be honest. Like obviously I'm thankful for people helping me get there, but when I've already like hit like way over that with my Facebook page in likes, you know, it doesn't really seem as interesting. Whereas like, you know, because I've done something else what's already like reached a higher goal. So, but yeah, I mean, you know, I'm looking forward to it. Hitting it. I'm getting a bit closer. We're, you know, slowly but surely getting there. It's taken a while. Well, it's taken just over about 2 years to get there. As I started this channel about 2 years ago, and it actually would be about nearly 2 years ago as well, since we started this channel, because obviously my other one got banned and all that. So technically NTV has been going about just about 2 years, just over 2 years, which is quite, I wouldn't say surprising, but it's definitely like soon seemed to have got there, if that makes sense. But I'm looking forward to it. You know, looking forward to the future of things. Does the drama series continue from Park Drive? Kind of. There's well, basically there's three characters that come from Park Drive. 3 characters. The rest of the characters are new characters. So technically, it's kind of like one Park Drive story comes from well, 2 actually. Comes from Park Drive and comes over here. So what I can tell you is obviously you've got Marcus and Derek. Now Marcus offered like the, you know, the vicar and Derek, you know, a chance to move away from all the bad stuff. You know, a lot of bad stuff's gone down for the, you know, the vicar. He was involved in a car crash. He was build a football stadium. I will be somewhere on here. Yeah, he was involved in a car crash. He's been sort of, you know, he's had a lot of like sad sort of funerals to give, you know, like through like, you know, loss in house fires and different things and murders and, you know, whatever's gone down, as I'm pretty sure you know. And I guess in a way it's kind of like, you know, he's ready for a fresh start, you know, after he got nearly dead, you know, after he got held at gunpoint, you know, he's stuff like that, which, you know, is always going to be good. But then you've also got to think that this does also technically open up, you know, possibilities for other Park Drive characters to make appearances as well. Because if you think about it, the vicar is actually Harrison's uncle. The vicar is actually Harrison and Jamie's uncle. So you could actually have Jamie and Harrison come to Kelton, you know, as the vicar is obviously who it is. So essentially it is kind of in a way like a carry on from Park Drive, but then there is going to be new characters as well, if that makes sense. So like essentially, like, you know, Park Drive is you know, like dead and gone obviously, but it just gives them few characters that chance to appear as their characters as well. Doesn't necessarily mean they will, you know, like doesn't mean that Harrison and Jamie will actually like appear or anything like that, but you know, they could do if ever we wanted to make that happen with them two. And it's the same with Derek, you know, Paul could come to Kelton as Paul. Do you know, if I guess, if you know what I'm saying. But the thing about it is there's some stuff, that's going to be going down, which I can't sort of, I can't say too much about it, but, there's going to be some stuff going down, that's going to, be good in the new drama show. Hi. But yeah, Golden, it does essentially, in a way, carry on from the Park Drive, but only sort of Derek and the Vicar and Marcus. Like everything else is a fresh new storyline, fresh new characters, fresh new people, which I'm very looking forward to what I'm going to be doing with the Lawson brothers, Denby Lawson, Jake Lawson, and I think there's also going to be another Lawson brother as well, the three Lawson brothers, which is going to be good. And I've got a good idea for the father of the Lawson brothers as well, so just yeah. Mate, what, one of the Lawsons? Uh, Possibly. James Lawson. James Lawson, was it? Oh, we couldn't remember and thought it was Jake Lawson. James Lawson, whatever. Yeah, I guess CJ could play one of the Lawson brothers. Camo was gonna do that, but if Camo wants to play someone else, which I'm sure he won't mind, if Camo even still wants to do the new series, I mean, it's going to be very similar to Park Drive in the way we record it, but there's just going to be like new characters. No, Ash Lawson. Ash Lawson isn't bad, but you know, I like my name though as Denby Lawson, and we've also got Vivian Barker as my girlfriend. What I can tell you about the first storyline is, without giving too much away, it won't really hint out, is my brother, one of my brothers, is going to be living with me, which is going to be Jake Lawson or James Lawson, whatever we call him. And basically, me and my girlfriend are going to be having a lot of arguments because he's like taking up too much room. He's like using all the hot water for the shower. He's eating all the food. And basically, my girlfriend in the series is going to be getting sick of it. Wants him to get off his bum and find a new place. He's doesn't have anywhere to live at the moment. He's started working with me. And pretty much, she wants him to start hunting for his own place. And that's where you're going to see, like, some, like, argument dramas. But, yeah. What can I say, to be honest with you? What can I say to you? Definitely stuff like that. So I've had a lot of support about auditioning for Britain's Got Talent. If you guys don't know, I've been recently thinking about auditioning for Britain's Got Talent. I guess in a way I kind of put it at first as like, it's been on my mind like lately. As whether to audition or not. I've not really, I guess you'd say, known what to do, like whether to audition or not to audition, and because it's like a thing, could an MC like really get through? That's what you got to think to yourself. But I've had so much support, people saying like, you know, yeah, you should go for it type thing. Like, oh yeah, yeah, do it, lad, do it. You know, people doing it, and you know, it's just like the support is just like so unreal. Like, how many people there what would actually like back me up and probably put a vote in, but I'm still like I'm thinking about it, like, but I'm not certain yet if I can actually like I'm not sure whether to do it or not. It's kind of like you don't know till you try. Which is the better city texture pack? Oh wait, which is better, city texture pack, natural texture pack, city texture pack? Natural's good, but I think natural's better for building like medieval cities, if you know what I mean. I don't think building modern cities is really the way to go. If you're looking for actors, you have fans here. Oh yeah. City texture pack is awesome. City texture pack is good, but I wish they'd do more with the city texture pack. You know, like, I wish, like, because there's a lot of stuff, like, in the city texture pack, which, like, is used for survival, if that makes sense, you know, like, so you can essentially play, you know, like, survival in the city texture pack, but I think, like, if they got rid of, like, some of the stuff, like, what we don't use, like, say for in building, like, let's say, for example, like, gold and iron ingots, like, we don't use them, so why don't they make them look like dollar notes or, like, pound notes? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, just for a bit of fun. And then same with, like, brewing stands, like, why don't they make the brewing stands, like, look like a kettle or something? Do you know what I'm saying? So like you can do more in like your city texture pack, and same with like the lights and the glowstones. Like I don't see why they don't make them look like street light lamps and stuff like that, and fences. I don't know why they don't make them look more like picket fences. Do you know what I'm saying? And then same with like stuff like the Steve heads and stuff. Like I don't see why they don't like replace them and like you know like the pumpkins and stuff with like other stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? Like maybe like properable people what you could place down. Where's Lost on an Island? Well, hopefully I'm trying to get Jabbo back to do an episode because we kind of like he's been a bit busy with school stuff. So like that's coming back soon, but it's actually moved to NTV2.
I'm back. I'm back again.
Yeah, he's just been busy with school stuff, Golden. So it's getting him on to film the next episode, which is, you know, I think he's going to try and get on today to do an episode. What channel is NTV2? It's the same channel. It's like my channel, but I'm just going to basically be editing it like it's a NTV2, like you're watching it on NTV2, if you get what I mean. You know, like the continuity, what I did was NTV4. It's just essentially like that. So instead of like, it'll just have like the NTV2 logos and stuff in the video and stuff like that. That's all essentially what it is, because I've got NTV1 plans. Right, so what we need to do is delete this part of the footpath. And then we need to essentially put that there, like that. That's better.
Studio.
I don't know if he's here or...
Studio.
I don't...
Building. Why don't you put light grey carpet over these? Oh no, you can't, can you? Shit. Never mind.
So yeah, but going back to the Britain's Got Talent, it's definitely tempting to
What is this?
audition. Like the more I think about it, you know, the more I think
Talk about
about it,
tables.
the more it is like on my mind to audition for it. But it's just like again at the same like you don't specifically know how it's gonna go. Like it's very sort of, I guess you'd say like hard to tell how it's gonna go. But and then again, you know, like they say, you know, you don't know till you try, do you? Um, it's just like it's mixed
Huh?
emotions to be fair, because
Oh,
I
it's
have
top
had
nose.
some people say like I doubt the Queen would like hardcore, but then like you've got to say like what about Newtown? Oh, Newtown's dead. Newtown, I don't like Newtown that much anymore. It was everything was too square. Like there was no like
Oh,
hills.
top nose.
There was no like hills in the road and stuff like that.
Oh, found him.
If you ask me, there was no like hills in the road. It was all like I don't really know how to explain it to be fair. It was just like too plain, you know. All you know, the buildings were very like the same, you know. There wasn't really what you would call much shape and you know, it was just like streets that just went on too long and didn't really have much to it. I did like some parts of Newtown, but I just got bored of it in the
Oh,
end. And yeah, I don't really like it to be fair. I won't delete it because obviously, you know, I don't like deleting things that I built essentially, but I'm not exactly what you would call a fan of it
oh.
anymore. You know. But yeah, back to Britain's Got Talent. It's definitely mixed emotions at the moment on like whether to do it or not. Because you see, I'm not exactly what you would call sure on like whether I should do it or not. You know, I'm kind of like part of me like really wants to do it, but then like part of me like isn't sure like how it would go. But then I guess like you don't know till you. It's one of them like you don't know in a way till you try. But you could go on and make a fool of yourself. But then if you don't do it, it's kind of like you know you could be missing out on something quite good. You know. So like definitely thinking about auditioning for it, but I just want you guys to know that if I did audition for it, you know, I'm gonna get a lot of support and publicity through doing it, which means you know quite a few things. One, I could you know I could start gigging more. Two, I could start going in studios more,
Oh,
and
this
three,
you.
I could start getting well known more. Now, what that essentially means for this channel, that eventually this channel would die out because because you know, like the dream is to take my music like further, you know, like MCing and stuff like that. You know, like performing and you know going to festivals and stuff and performing. So the thing is, like, if that did come true, you know, if that did happen, I would be like stopping this channel, like, or I would possibly like essentially change the channel to, I guess you could say like a different channel, and I'd like film more like I put like other types of videos on here to do with my MCing. And when I say that, I don't mean like MCing itself. I've got a channel for that, but I'd probably do like behind the scenes. I'd probably do like little like I guess like vlogs. I guess you could call them. I'd do like vlogs and stuff. You know, I'd do like things like vlogs and that. You know about like where I'm. You know about like traveling to gigs and stuff, gig logs and shiz like that. And then I'd be like stopping out all the gaming and stuff. You know, obviously, if like you know I got you know big in music, but you don't know till you keep going, you know. I mean, you know, you just got to keep going, and I guess like see what gets chucked at you. You gotta, I guess, in a way, you know, you gotta chuck yourself in at the deep end, and you know, go for all you can. But yeah, essentially, this channel would die if I, you know, if I did go ahead and, you know, if I did go ahead and. If I did go ahead and, you know, decide to like go on to Britain's Got Talent and stuff. Hello, Limestone 2. Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna come now, actually. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, nice. So all we essentially need at the back now is obviously the little practice tower where, you know, where they practice, and like a little which you've already put there. So yeah, I guess essentially we just need to make this a bit bigger. I'd say like the back area just a little bit bigger. But other than that, it's looking sweet. I know here I'm gonna put the school. Well, up here, yeah, the school's gonna be up here. Because essentially this is just the side of the fire station. And then I'll probably do like the park opposite the school. And then this road is going to curve back round and join the main road again somewhere. Possibly, I don't know. Here's an idea if you need... oh, nice. I think he's gone on a BRB. No clue. Liquid? Oh, there you are, CJ. You have a city though, don't you? Yeah. Yeah.
some of this? I didn't think so. Ow! Great.
Yeah.
Fight? Because we're about to fight. Huh? You want some of this? I didn't think so.
I like that. Bye, Golden. Oh, that actually made my day. Seeing that video then. Wow. A dad play fighting with his kids. We're going to have a fight. Do you want some? Do you want some? And then the kid just full on punches him in the eye. Oh, jeez. Oh, I'm going to send you that, CJ. That was actually pretty funny, actually. Oh, wow, I'm not going to lie there. I sent you it anyway. And I'm going to stop the stream right now.